I just came back from a job interview just today. Hopefully, I knock it out the ballpark. Wish me luck here, guys, because I'm really trying to go for like a career change. I'm mainly trying to get into IT. I'm trying to kick the bucket on the whole retail grind. I'm really getting tired of it. So I'm here for a career change. But until then, y'all, just wish me luck. Send some prayers my way in the meantime. And also, if you want to support, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it, y'all, because this has been a journey between, job searching, and then I got YouTube going on. I got a whole lot of stuff going on in the behind the scenes. But today, we need to revisit Corey Harris and his whole situation with his suspended driver's license. So I previously made a video a few days ago with Corey Harris when he first broke out of like the whole video when he was in the court case, the Zoom court meeting, we like to call it, and he was driving and his license was suspended. Because his license was suspended and the judge is seeing him driving a car while his license was suspended, he ordered Corey Harris to, turn himself in to jail the same day or the same evening that the court case took place. We have this whole situation that was going on. I made a whole video about it, and now I'm just revisiting this because now new information kind of resurfaced on the whole situation with Corey Harris, and there's more than meets the eye with this. So we're gonna break it down. I have an article here that one of my friends just shot my way, and I had to read it, and I want to break things down because my opinions may have changed on some of the situations that were going on, but we'll just get right into it. So we're going to kick things off here with the point of the court case that Corey Harris was dealing with earlier. The suspension is tied to a child support case with Saginaw County friend of the court, and in January of 2022, a judge ordered that the suspension be lifted to allow Harris to drive again. So basically, the whole plot twist here, this is the plot twist, his license was never supposed to be suspended the time that he was in that video call with Judge Simpson. He had his suspension uplifted as of January of 2022, but when the judge was going through his documents, it said that his license was still suspended. Now, I don't know why Corey Harris didn't speak up on that and say, wait, that doesn't make any sense because my suspension was uplifted since January 2022 on a judge's order, so I don't know where you're getting this suspended driver's license from. He didn't really say anything. He was on video, he was there like, oh my god, as if he didn't even put up a fight. I think he was just shocked more than anything. He was confused and shocked. He was just at loss of words. So I'll just give him benefit of the doubt there. And the reason for that, we're going to see here is, but according to the Michigan Secretary of State's office, they never received a clearance from the friend of court in 2022, so Harris' suspension was never lifted. You can kind of see in the bottom here has the record ID, the source, whatever. That's not what we're interested in. What we're interested in is the fact that his license was suspended back in January 17th of 2010 due to child support, as they mentioned earlier. So basically, he was suspended for 12 years, and they finally uplifted his suspension for the first time since then. So when his license was supposed to be, uplifted from the suspension, the judge, put in the order. Then you have the friend of the court that took that order, and it was their job to send that order, the judge's order, to the Secretary of State and say, hey, Corey Harris got his situation sorted out. You can uplift the suspension from his driver's license. But the issue was there was something that happened between the friend of the court and the Secretary of State of Michigan that the Secretary of State didn't get the memo. They didn't get the notification. They didn't get a request to uplift the suspension. So because they didn't get anything, Corey Harris's driver's license was still suspended despite the judge's order. It continues on to say that Harris recently appeared on a courtroom video that showed him driving during a virtual hearing on a misdemeanor case that stemmed from a traffic stop in Pittsfield Township in October of 2023. You can see at the bottom here the current charge: drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied, and the charge level is a misdemeanor. Now, in the previous video, we did do a little bit of research on that. I think it said it was a felony or something. I'm not sure. My memory's kind of foggy there. But regardless, you can be immediately arrested for driving without a driver's license, or denied or revoked one, whatever. And you could be in jail up to 90-ish days, something like that, and you could face up to a $1,000 fine. When he appeared on the Zoom call, court thing, and he was driving, the judge saw that his license was still suspended. Of course, I can kind of understand why the judge would order for Corey Harris to turn himself in that same day, because what the hell are you doing driving on a suspended license? Like, things weren't adding up. Also, it just goes to show that this didn't really happen as of recently. This video that we saw earlier took place last year in October, which is like, what, 7-8 months ago, which is a pretty long time. So next it says here that the Saginaw County friend of the court has also not responded to our calls, but Friday afternoon, the Secretary of State's office confirmed that they never received the clearance from the friend of the court that would have allowed him to be reinstated after he paid some fees. Kyla Crane, Deputy Legal Director for the Michigan Secretary of State, said helping people clear up suspensions on their license is exactly why they created the Road to Restoration program, where they hold clinics across Michigan, helping people sort through the complications of getting their driver's license reinstated. I think that's actually pretty cool that Michigan has something like that, like some sort of program that kind of gives people like some resources and even some guidance on getting their driver's license into top shape. I think that's pretty cool. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But at the same time, we can't blame the Secretary of State here, because it's not like, again, they received anything from the friend of the court or the judge's order. No one followed up with the Secretary of State to uplift the suspension. They were just going about their day like as if nothing happened. So now when they're hearing that, oh, Corey Harris, he's supposed to get his suspension uplifted. Did you get our request? The Secretary of State is sitting there like, no, we didn't get any requests. We're looking through our database. We don't see anything. Huh, that's weird. We sent it to you since October of 2023. You don't see anything from there? Let me see. No, we didn't get anything. So it's very clear that there may have been some sort of clerical error, I guess is what they like to call it. Or it could be something as simple as somebody's not doing their job behind the scenes to ensure that Corey Harris's license is back up and running. So I think there is something wrong here. But at the same time, there's something I want to comment on, but we're going to get to that shortly. Right now, I just want to explain the story and get the full picture for y'all. So we have Crane here, who's kind of giving us the rundown on the whole situation. She goes on to say that sometimes it is simple as we at the Secretary of State's office did not get a clearance from the court that everything was done. But something happened in the wires, and we needed to talk to the court to get a clearance and clean it up for the resident, Crane says. Crane said that the process can be completed and people don't often know what they need to do to get reinstated. That's why we provide that one-on-one consultation with the resident to help them understand what they need to do, she said. Adding that sometimes people are afraid to go to the Secretary of State's office or the court for fear of being arrested. Crane said the clinics provide a safe space for people to work on resolving their issues. At our clinics, we're able to spend as much time as the resident needs to get over their driving record, help them understand what they need to do, said Crane. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, you have Crane here doing the Lord's work. She's partnering with people that are lost when it comes to getting their license in full health and giving them the resources necessary to get their license so they can finally hop into their cars and drive off into the sunset. I think that's awesome. And it's not just Corey Harris that's probably taking advantage of this. There's thousands upon thousands of others in the state of Michigan that is utilizing this resource. So the 2 thumbs up for Crane there. I think that's pretty awesome. But now, with that said, I think it beckons the question, how is it that this slipped through the cracks? How is it that we've been going at this for maybe well over 2 years now, and, his license is still suspended? Why was there no follow-up on the matter? It's kind of hard to believe that an order was just sent to the Secretary of State, there was an error, and nothing came of it at all. I think that's actually pretty scary to think about, because again, you have the friend of court that just sent it and never really followed up to say, hey, I just want to confirm, did you get this thing handled for Corey Harris? The suspension is supposed to be uplifted. But then you have Corey Harris here who didn't verify that his license was in full health. He just, I'm assuming, don't shoot me here, I'm just assuming, he just, was at court, the judge made an order, he told Harris, hey, listen, this is what's going to happen. The friend of the court is going to take my order, he's going to shoot it to the Secretary of State, and they're going to uplift your suspension, and you're good to go. And that's probably what happened, but the thing is, nobody followed up on that status.
They were supposed to have been lifted it two years ago, but they didn't.
And according to the Saginaw County court records we found, Harris is right. In January 2022, a judge rescinded that suspension on his license, but for some reason that information never got to the Secretary of State, where even as of today, his license is still listed as suspended, the same records the judge was going by.
It's very embarrassing. And with the type of ties that I have with the church and the community, it's very embarrassing.
Thursday afternoon, Harris told us he was going to the Secretary of State's office to try to straighten out everything between them and friend of the court once and for all.
Always double check behind these workers, because they will say that they will do something and they don't do it.
And he's absolutely right. You should double check. And for him to double check as well, only because at the end of the day, it's his driver's license. No one's going to check for Corey Harris if his license is in good standing. Sometimes you'd be surprised that, hey, you got a point added or a point deducted from your driver's license. Sometimes it comes off as a surprise, but it's still your responsibility as a driver to know these things and to keep track of these things. And sadly, Corey Harris didn't really do that. He just was told that his suspension would be uplifted, and he kind of took their word for it and was been driving for the past nearly 2 years with a suspended or revoked driver's license, which is not good at all. We can argue all we want about whether the court system set him up for failure or Corey Harris was just being simply irresponsible on the matter. I do feel there are both sides here. There are both to blame for something like that, because again, if that was me in that situation, I would double check, even triple check, to ensure that my driver's license is in good standing. And it kind of sucks if you just saw that his license is still suspended. So ever since October of 2023 with that whole video, his license is still suspended, and now he's going to the Secretary of State in Michigan to, figure out, hey, I have a driver's license. The judge said that my suspension will be uplifted. He said he would send the order to you via a friend of the court. Why is my license still suspended? It kind of sucks that this happened, but it is what it is. But it's crazy now because he became a whole meme after the fact. And yeah, it's embarrassing. And I know a lot of people are saying oh, everyone owes him an apology. Honestly, an apology? I don't know, man. First of all, the whole situation is hilarious. It's just hilarious that he was driving in his car with a video call going on, and his driver's license was suspended. I think the absurdity of that is what makes it a meme of itself, and it's not as simple as just telling people, hey, stop doing that, you have to apologize and everything. I don't think that's gonna happen. That clip is absolutely hilarious. His reaction is absolutely comical. I don't think it's gonna go away anytime soon. It'll probably die out by next week or something. But I don't think it's something that people are just going to simply just let down. Plus, I do want to mention that I am still adamantly against the whole idea of people driving and being on their phones. I get it's a state-by-state thing. Some states allow you to be on your phone just so long as you're hands-free, both hands on the wheel. If you're talking to somebody, via speaker or something like that, or you have a Bluetooth or AirPods. Some states don't care. Personally, for me, this is more of a me thing. I have an issue with people that do that because there is some level of distraction that your brain goes through when you're having a conversation with somebody on the phone, or in Corey Harris's case back in October 2023, he was chatting in a video call. He could have gotten in an accident right there, and you're talking to a judge on top of that. To see someone in a video call while they're driving, you're still taking your eyes and you're looking at the screen, which I feel unsafe whenever I'm in a car with somebody that's doing that. But again, that's just a me thing. Anyways, that's really all I have. Hopefully Corey Harris resolves his situation. The situation just sucks all around, and hopefully he gets it sorted. But until then, that's about it, y'all. Peace.